And so it came to pass that the day was to be saved by the most unlikeliest of heroes, a small child unwillingly thrust into the workforce. One disaster after another had been diverted due to her diligent and cunning decision-making. With the kingdom on the verge of knowing everlasting peace and prosperity, our hero could finally rest their weary head, but only after one more critical decision was to be made. A decision of great weight, a decision of immense importance, a decision that could possibly kill hundreds, even thousands of people. Oh my God, you've made the wrong choice. You didn't think things through. You've doomed us all. Everything's on fire now. We're all covered in fire. How could you have done this to us?
Lil.
What? Oh, Dad, I must have been having a nightmare.
It's over now, sweetie. But since you're awake, I think it's time you and I had the talk.
Out of one nightmare and into another.
Sweetie, there comes a time in every young person's life
What? Dad, you don't have to do this.
when they have to work their dad's shift at the guard shed while he places a bet on the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Aw, Dad, do I have to? Today was the day I was going to start off on a grand adventure with my friends.
You think I didn't want to throw rocks at things when I was your age? But I had a duty. I had to work at the guard shed while my dad placed a bet at the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Did he ever win anything?
Do you think we'd be stuck here if he did?
But I'm 12. Won't we get in trouble?
Not if we don't get caught. Come on, I'll show you how to handle... Okie dokie, ready for me to very quickly show you how everything works?
Oh, good. Everyone loves a tutorial.
No time for a full rundown, so I'll sum it up like this. The key thing to remember when being a castle guardsman is...
Dad, someone's coming. What do we do?
Okay. Guess the best way to learn is by doing. Let's just hope there's someone completely plain and boring. Ah! Good morning, Mrs. Abernathy. How's your day today?
Plain and boring, as always.
Bingo! Would you mind if Lil looks after you?
Oh, not at all. It's always a pleasure to see your daughter, Shamish.
It's Hamish.
What is?
Never mind. Now, Lil, when a visitor approaches the guard shed, they'll generally start by stating their business.
I'd like to state my business. I bring a basket of baked goods to my son and his family once a week. Oh, would you like one?
After they state their business, it's pretty much your call what to do next. You can select them and interrogate them. There's tools, the phone there on the wall. You only get 3 action points. You get it, right?
Not really. What do we need to?
You can pick one and it does something. Come on, Lil. I've really got to speed this along. The goblin ball game is about to start.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you?
Oh, no, not at all, dear. I don't mind helping out.
But the princess is whirly-gigging the ceremonial for slingshot.
She is? Sweet jumping jitters!
The name is Hamish.
No, it's Mrs. Abernathy.
Our tools. If you want to use a tool, you have to make sure it has a crystal to charge it. Here, I'll show you. I'll add today's crystals to the tools that don't have any. That way I have a well-rounded arsenal.
Why did the other tools already have crystal?
I carried them over from previous days. Any other questions?
Why does a bullwhip need to be powered by crystal?
No more questions. You can use this decoder ring to decode things. Not exactly sure how. It's a metal detector. You figure it out. Truth spray. You spray it and they tell the truth. Honestly, that's what it does. This X-ray scanner can see through most types of clothing, flesh, and bone. It uses low-grade radiation. Do not use on trolls. No humming. Feeling stuck? This phone is for calling the royal advisors and asking for their help, but all they'll really give you is their opinion. You can get a hold of Lieutenant Stryker, captain of the...
Hello, who's there?
Or First Councilwoman Ash, the head bureaucrat of the Sprawl, with a real mind for politics.
This is Councilwoman Ash. Hello? Hello, is somebody there?
And finally, the royal jester Malcolm, chaos personified in human form.
Hello, you've reached Malcolm. Please leave a message after the goose honk. Hey, what the...
Each call costs an action point. You use the Wicked 3000 to make the big decision to let someone in. Choosing this will end the tutorial. Can I finally get out of here? Now you can choose to use the Wicked 3000.
Sometimes?
Yeah, and sometimes people are in a really big hurry, like I am right now, so just pick a damn lever.
Great job, Lil. Your mother would be so proud to see you now. After my delivery, I'm off to watch the big game. Got my grandson's inheritance riding on a tip that...
Here's a tip. Never lend Mrs. Abernathy money to bet with.
Let's hurry along to the game. We don't want to be late, do we, Hamish?
My name is Shamish. No, wait, it's not. Oh, I better go. Time to put on your big kid pants. You can do this.
More like I'm being forced to do this.
It's only for today, I swear. Come meet me in the tavern when the shift is over. Good luck.
Good luck with your illegal gambling.
I don't need luck.
Believe me, he does.
Okay, Lil, you got this.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, young gate-minder. I am Tyronius Athanatos, son of Brielle. I have been summoned to deliver the keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedom tonight, hosted by the Mages Guild. Will you require anything further?
That explains the heightened security at the... If you can keep him from getting there, you'd be doing me a favor. I'm so glad you called. Frankly, I was worried. Admit the mage and my people will escort him to the venue.
Tonight I will inspire my fellow mages to throw off the shackles of oppression forced upon them by the weak and frightened smaggle powers. Tonight we will demand the freedom to flex our... freedom!
Huh?
You have no right to deny me, no right to even stand in my view, you pathetic...
What's that?
Smaggle. Yes, that is the word we mages use to describe worthless, magicless beings such as you. You are a prime grade A example of a smaggle.
Dude, that's pretty weak.
No, it is not weak. It cuts to the core.
Nah, that's lame. Get out of here.
afternoon. His address is there. Believe me, I would love to have him get off his sorry butt and bring them to me for once.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's more to this letter than meets the eye. There's a hidden message written here. It says, "Come, son, mommy, Kelly is Nightmare." Does that make sense to you?
Oh my god, my boys don't know how to spell. But also that thing about Kelly being... Thanks. Don't worry, Polyphemus Orlando Jr. Mama's coming for you.
Good luck.
What in the bloody blazing blasted hell is the hold-up?
Well, sir, the guard...
Silence! Speak when spoken to, or you'll get the whip, whelp.
Yes, sir.
Now, you, child, let me pass. I have important business to attend to. Come on.
BS?
Bank of the Sprawl.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just slouching, only for a second. I'll make sure that none of the blood gold falls out of its case.
You nincompoop. It wasn't me using the whip. If it was, believe me, you'd feel it.
Wait a second. Did he say blood gold? Isn't that illegal?
He didn't say blood gold. He said bloody gold. It's a form of slang he must have picked up from somewhere. Isn't that right, you bloody idiot?
Yes, sir. Whatever.
I'd like to take a closer look at those gold bars. I think I need to hold on to these.
Why, you greedy little urchin. I think I like you more than ever.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, of course. Just remember, if you make any form of profit off of those, you're as much to blame as I am. Now, since you are finished rifling through my personal... It's the goblin's fault, isn't it? Nasty, deceptive creatures. What about this? Let me through the gate, but I shall leave the goblin tied up outside like the cur he is.
But, sir, the gold!
Silence! All right, you rotten little girl, I'll go. But you will rue the day you...
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask?
This is Lil.
Nice to meet you, Lil. I need one of you gate guards to come down to the dig site as soon as you can.
Okay, and where exactly is... She hung up.
Why, hello there. I have come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years on the road as a traveling merchant, I'm finally ready to put down roots. And what better place than the sprawling metropolis of the Sprawl? Huh, I just got that. Garby Bunches is the name.
Garby Bunches? Funny name. But that's gotta be made up. I'm gonna have to see some documentation.
Can't fault you for doing your due diligence. Here's my vendor's license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade.
He's right. Everything is in order.
Garby Bunches. Where have I heard that name before? Wait a minute. Ask him if he's descended from Garbanzo the Terrible.
Are you related to Garbanzo the Terrible?
Yep, my great-great-great-great-grandpappy Garbanzo.
OMG, tell him I'm a huge fan. I've got so many questions. Like, why did he use an ice cream scoop? How did he dispose of all that mess?
This isn't helpful.
You're not helpful.
Can you smell that?
The trash barge? Yeah, it comes through on the weekends. The smell only lingers for a couple of days.
Not the reek of filth and decay. That's the reek of opportunity.
Oh my, were you left behind? The last group of...
No, you called me. I'm Lil. We spoke on the phone. I was covering for my dad at the South Gate.
Of course, Lil, yes. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do, for the sake of time. Ha! Sake of time. Do you get it?
No.
Trust me, you will.
Who are you again?
Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological research at the Royal Academy. But you can call me B.
Gotcha. And what's so great about this place?
Would you like the long or short? It's a hole in the ground where we get power crystals from.
That was short.
I am the preeminent expert in the advanced properties of power crystals, and my research suggests we have barely scratched the surface of what these puppies get.
Okay, but again, what does this have to do with me?
Lil, I have found how to harness the crystal's power to alter the very fabric of time. May I present the chronometer? And what I need to know from you is...
Oh, me! I want to go on an adventure!
Wonderful. But before you go off and start pushing buttons willy-nilly, let me explain how I came across this incredible new discovery. Or more, exposition, as you might say. You see, by transmuting the crystal's more raw and ethereal properties and tethering it to a gnomish astrolabe, they can produce temporal anomalies. We began experimenting by fashioning teeny tiny harnesses and attaching the crystals to mice and directing radio signals towards them. We perfected the process and found that we could send these mice back minutes, hours, even a full day with a less than 13% fatality rate. Blah blah microscope, blah blah live chicken, blah 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 resonance chamber, blah.
Wait, what? Where am I? What just happened?
afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
Check this out. You were about to tell me you...
My word, you gate guards are intuitive. I hope they're paying you a more than fair wage.
They probably aren't, the way my dad complains about it. She hung up.
Why, hello there.
Let me stop you there.
Ah, I see my rep.
This is so weird.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
That's what I'm trying to decide.
Regardless, here's my ven.
He's right. Everything is in order. I need to get this guy processed and get my butt back to the dig site. I swear I've done...
Can you?
I think then...
You got it. See you around.
I need to get back to the dig site to figure out what just happened.
Oh, Lil from the phone call earlier, of course. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again,
I already...
my name is
Logical research at the Royalty School for Smart People.
I'd prefer if you called me B.
And this is the site where power crystals were first discovered and you used... Then you baited me with promises of adventure and pretty much...
Wait, why am I asking you questions? For any of this to be possible, it would require the use of my newly crafted device. May I present the Chronometer 3000? Wait, where did it go?
Do you mean this?
My invention! How did you get that?
You gave it to me. Well, not really, but you...
And you were seduced by the glowing red button.
Can you blame me?
Yes! But it is a good button. I'm just proud of myself that your particles weren't immediately dispersed to the furthest reaches of space and time. That risk becomes much lower once I configure it to your individual life source, which I will do now. At any rate, I think the castle gate is a perfect place to test my prototype, and I need a willing gate guard to use the device. And allow me to track their progress to make sure only the right people are permitted entry to the sprawl. Do you have any questions?
Right people?
Individuals or groups that would improve the daily life of the inhabitants of the sprawl, rather than those who would see harm come to the community and castle.
Isn't that subjective?
Yes, well, I suppose it is, but recently the kingdom has seen a rise in rebellious factions, envious neighboring nations, not to mention the resentful Mages Guild since the Power Crystal has replaced most household magical applications. One wrong choice could trigger a domino effect that could lead to the fall of the sprawl.
So to recap, you're giving me, a 12-year-old who worked exactly one day at the castle gate, the power to rewind time? Why not just use it yourself?
I have been testing the device myself for months. In fact, I used it to repeat a month's worth of the same day and learn to play the oboe. Can I show you? Oh, well, perhaps another time. My calculations suggest that no changes I could make from my post at the Royal Academy would have nearly the impact on the sprawl that you gate guards do. Academia, am I right? So
I think I get the idea, Dr. B.
You'd want that?
I have a feeling you're not using your science experiments to their full potential.
Regardless, you'll find you can't use it whenever or wherever you want. It is now calibrated, so it will only allow you to fold space and time.
Ah, rats.
Furthermore, by default, the device will automatically allow you to travel back to the start of your guard shift, including your loadout. However, I hacked it a bit so that you can jump back to a specific point in the turn. Hack is the key word. I have to leave now. There is more science to be done. I will summon you soon.
No pressure.
You can do this. I'm not kidding.
Maybe I should have mentioned I was only working the gate for one day. It's getting pretty late. I should head home.
Your dad's over there.
Hey, there she is, my hard work.
You didn't win your gambling, did you?
No, but it wasn't my fault. The other team was just too good.
That'll be 15 gold for the ale.
And now we don't have any left. Hey, Lil, did you take any bribes or pickpocket anyone today?
I got this off an old mean type of guy. He had an assist.
This is perfect. Arda, a round for everybody. I'll be right back after.
Wait, you'll never believe. Right at the end of my shift, I got this phone call, okay? Asking me to come.
Did you remember to lock up the shed?
What? Yes.
And turn off the light?
Yes, I did. Whatever, just listen.
You gotta make sure to turn off the light, Lil. They'll charge us for the overnight usage.
I remember to turn off the light. I think. Anyways, Dad, I met this professor at the dig site, and she had this time machine, and when I touched the time machine, I went back in time. Then she gave me the time machine to use when I work the guard shed for you, but it only works at the guard shed, so that was kind of a bummer. But it's super cool, and it only works for me.
That's great, sweetie. I'm glad you liked covering for me today. But you don't have to make up stories just so you can work another shift.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
Anytime you want to be just like Daddy and work down at the guard shed, all you need to do is ask.
Dad, you're not fully comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Arda, did you hear? Lil's making up cute stories so she can be more like her old man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have the power to manipulate time, and I demand to be taken serious.
Okay, I understand. I can see that you're serious. Seriously adorable. But honestly, Lil, you can cover for me anytime you like. You're probably doing a better job than me anyways.
This isn't how I expected it to go.
Speaking of that, I better call my guy and make a bet on the next game. It's getting late.
Good night, Dad.
I don't need luck.
Good morning. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, the #1 morning show in the sprawl. I'm your host, Dodger, joined as always by my co-host, The Ham, who I will remind you is a live pig. Let's jump right in and get your morning started and muse over the news. Today in the headlines, it was just announced that the heir to the throne, Princess Desdemona, has come of age and will be taking a suitor. No, I don't think Desdemona wants...
I liked it better when it was Dodger and the Cluck, but I guess it was too hard to keep training that chicken. I think I should find my dad. Good thing I always sleep in my clothes and am ready to go. A note? Maybe he wants me to work a shift for him again. Or maybe he forgot to put on underwear and needs me to bring him a pair. Well, there's a 50-50 chance I'll get to use the Chronometer 3000 today. Here's hoping.
And finally, the aforementioned grading pending review will be transferable to a more viable calculation, which is, needless to say, a more economical contrivance for evaluation. Any questions?
Many questions.
Hey, Dad, I got your note. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Due to the Bank of the Sprawl being burned to the ground as a result of your actions, any guardsman who does not receive an above 2-star rating at the end of any given shift will lose their job.
But I need my job for gambling.
I'll pretend I didn't just hear that.
You and I both know my dad has a tendency to half-ass his way through life. Tell me why he needs to whole-ass it all of a sudden and strive for anything above 2 stars.
Why, I'm glad you asked. I've been authorized to award above-average job performance with cash bonuses.
You mean if we get more 4-star results, we'll make more money?
You're as quick as your father. Before I go, here are the allotted crystals to power your tools. And with that, I'm off to tell all the other gate guards about these new rules. Well, all of them except Randy.
Not Randy. That guy's a riot.
Which is exactly what his poor judgment led to. Wish me luck.
Aw, jeez. Randy was just 3 payments away from paying off his new catapult.
Sounds like you need to start doing your job better.
More like you need to start doing my job better. Just like you wanted to.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. You don't just get to leave me here. Will you go bet on Goblin Ball games?
No Goblin Ball match today. I received a cryptic letter this morning saying they need me on palace duty, and they specifically referenced that you need to cover for me again. Looks like you're not the only one who wants you to work the gate today.
Again, not what I meant.
It's not all bad news. I scored these off-brand, but he mentioned that they might only work some of the time. But I like those odds.
Oh, Dad, you really need to talk to somebody about your game.
I love you too, Lil. And with that, I'm off. Remember, 2 stars or better, or we're out on our asses.
No pressure.
That's my girl.
Hello, ma'am. The name is Seamus McGoblin. I've been requested to do some work in the sprawl. Just have my supplies here with me, nothing else to declare.
Well, it's about time he showed up. Send him to my office toot suite and I'll set him to work. No more doom and gloom down here in my office. Now it'll just be doom. What's that? Yes, I insist.
Those are my cans of paint. I wasn't sure what exactly was required of me, so I just brought my personal favourites. I've only got one batch of blood red left. I guess it's a trip back to the abattoir for more. Many thanks. I shall paint.
Hear ye, hear ye. I have come to announce to the princess a Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son...
Thank you. Wow, okay, I think I got it.
Oh, they're starting to arrive. How wonderful. This is the representative of Prince Phineas Pomp, son of King Phineas and Queen... Oh dear, what was her name again?
Buttermilk.
None for me, thanks. Anyway, let them in. But for the love of... Don't let them in with that bugle. Not until I've gotten over this dreadful hangover, at least.
Can I see that trumpet or whatever that you've got there?
That is my official Petrardian greeting bugle. It is my pride and joy, and worth quite a pretty penny.
I think for the safety of our citizens, I better take that.
Oh, if you must, but please be very careful with my pride and joy.
Yeah, they said some foreign dignitary types would be showing up today. Be sure to keep an eye out for frauds, but this one seems legit. You can tell by the
Onward to announce the eventual arrival of Prince Phineas Pomp. If you refuse her entry, I will give you much gold tonight.
Good afternoon, child. I would like to enter this bustling...
Why come all this way to buy a hat? Surely they have hats where you're from.
They do, yes. But they do not match this stamp.
You seem like the type of guy that would wear a...
Not just fancy,
This old hat of yours must have been something special.
Oh, it was. It was the most fantastic hat you had ever seen. That is how I acquired my name. Signor Cape...
What does that mean?
Mr. Fantastic Hat.
That's a very fitting name.
Alas, it was. My good name must be restored. Your persistent inquisition has driven me to confess. The hat, she was too much. Too fantastic for one man to wear. I couldn't handle the pressure of adorning such a prestigious piece of headwear. I did not lose that fantastic hat. I threw it away. But what should have been my salvation was the greatest mistake of my life. And now, I must find a new hat of equal, if not greater worth than my previous hat.
I can only imagine the weight that comes with wearing such a fantastic hat.
Heavy is the head, as they...
I hope you find your hat, Mr. Fantastico.
Thank you, child.
I have no doubt in my mind.
I come with a message for Princess Desdemona. The praetor bid me say directly to the princess, Egtagmaya Kora una Guahata. Grant me access to deliver this. Hail, Praetor Gargan! Kapla! I killed 19 other mighty adversaries for the honor of I have brought you the head of the mightiest of these for you.
Oh my god!
This is how you know I am worthy to deliver the word. The praetor is attending the ballet tonight. Upon its completion...
Oh, so the praetor's coming here later tonight?
Not likely. In Marvog, the ballet can last days, weeks even. It continues until only one dancer survives. Ballet is one of the finest blood sports.
Oh dear god. Is there a prize for, winning the ballet?
Indeed there is. The winner is put directly. Slaughtered dozens of other would-be ballerinas with a grace and beauty that brought a tear to my eye.
Sorry, what exactly was the message you had for Princess Desdemona again?
Praetor Kargan crafted the message personally. A warrior poet. Hail Praetor Kargan! The message is Ektag Maya Kola Una Guahatag. Or in your language, it is marriage which will bring our two proud nations into a state of cooperation. That is the closest translation, even though it loses some of the beauty it has in our tongue.
You speak our language very well. Could you teach me something in Marvogian?
It's just Marvog. Not in or rights or ease or anything like that. What would you like to learn? There are many ways to say this, but most common is Kwarg, which translates to, I am watching you.
Cool.
You have honor, little one, and shall always be a friend of the Marvog. And now, to fulfill my mission to speak the praetor's words to the princess, Kapla!
Whoa there, Lucy. Hello and salutations to you, most honorable guardian of the free peoples of... I am the envoy of the gallant... I have received a very special invitation from... If there's nothing else, I will be off to my happily ever after.
Ow! This is not what we signed up for, Beverly. Can we get our $10 now?
All right. I'll be honest with you. I'm not the gallant Sir Beverly Knight. I'm just an envoy to plain Beverly. I've been watching the princess launch the ceremonial first sling. My heart has been hers ever since that day. Also, I spent all my money on this costume.
This. We're out of here.
You better go too, Beverly.
I understand. You are being controlled by powerful forces and simply following orders. But know this. You have not seen the last of Beverly, late night custodian of the Goblin Ball Stadium. On, Lucy.
Shut up, Beverly.
Hey kid, are you Lil? Okay, good. Got a mysterious letter here for you?
Who's it from?
I'm not authorized to know.
That is... Does this mysterious letter have anything to do with the one my dad Hamish got this morning?
Your dad is Hamish? What a good guy. Did you hear about Randy, though?
Only 3 payments away on that catapult.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Anyways, just take the note. I gotta get back to work. Wait a minute. What are you doing? I really gotta catch up to my partner. You had me worried there for a second. See you around, kid.
Nothing weird or creepy about that. Where's that music coming from? What is happening?
Good afternoon, I've traveled from afar. A simple girl who wished upon a star. Inside this castle lies my fate. Perhaps I'll even get a date. To my old life I sing au revoir.
And you are? It's Lil, and you need a good reason to be let in, but so far I'm not optimistic. Do you have any ID or anything?
I assure you that my heart is true. Must this be a whole to-do? Inside these walls my destiny awaits.
It just feels like if you weren't singing, we could move the plot along faster. What is that?
Oh, that's just Fossy.
What's a Fossy?
Fossy is the name of my blowtorch. Friends shouldn't take things from one another. I guess we're not friends then.
That makes me a little bit nervous for you, Lil. Okay, I've had about enough of...
I see now that you aren't my friend. My time here is about to end. You haven't seen the last of me.
Is this the right place?
It is. Enter if you dare. Oh, you dared. Hello. Welcome to my lair of chaos.
It looks like a bedroom.
It is his damn bedroom.
It can be two things. I'm a minimalist.
So, this is the little guardsman we've been talking about. Wait, you are, right?
I can't imagine why I wouldn't be.
Good news, little girl. You're going to be working the gate for the foreseeable future.
What? That's not good news. Why me? I hardly have a grasp on what I'm doing, and I'm barely tall enough to see over the desk.
I see. Then you're free to go.
Keep it together, Mal. Listen, little girl, we have eyes and ears all over the city, but the gates have always been a blind spot for me.
The point is, the safety and security of the sprawl must be preserved and protected, and you might be positioned to help maintain the balance. Do you understand our meaning?
You can think of us as the real change makers here in the sprawl. Sure, there's the princess, but I think she's better suited to cutting ribbons and things like that.
Careful.
At any rate, I am Councilwoman Ash, head politician and policymaker for the sprawl.
Lieutenant Stryker, head of military and law enforcement.
And I'm Malcolm.
He's a jester of the court.
I think they got that from the hat.
Basically, we're the ones who really make things happen around here.
And I'm Malcolm.
So it would be wise for you to do as we say.
What if I refuse? You can't make me do anything I don't want to do. I'm 12 years old.
Damn it, you've got us there. But how about we leave it up to chance? Guess which hand is holding the colored ball, and we'll forget about the whole thing. But if you guess it correctly, you agree to do our bidding no matter how nefarious or unreasonable. Sound like a deal?
Do I even have a choice?
Yes. You choose which hand.
Not the brightest one, is she?
Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong choice. What you should have chosen was my foot.
But you said it would be in your hand.
And what is the foot if not the hand of the leg? You lost fair and square.
But...
Oh, and don't worry about your father. We're each quite capable at finding ways to keep him busy.
But...
That concludes this briefing. We suggest you go back home, rest, and wake up tomorrow prepared to go to your new mundane job, which you will work at for...
It's called being an adult.
Keep an eye out for our directives in your daily guardsman writ. I trust you.
Goodbye.
Why did you turn off the light? She obviously knows we're still here.
She wouldn't have known that if you didn't start talking.
I should have brought another drink.
Boy, what a day. Hey, Arda, pour me a cold one, will ya?
Make that two, Arda. Hey, wait a minute. You're too young to be drinking cold ones. Make hers a milk, please, Art.
Can it at least be cold?
That depends. How did work go today?
Did better than a 2-star rating, I can tell you that. How was... What were you doing again?
The bidding of the 3 royal advisors.
Do you think it's normal that the big names and faces of this city are using us for their own?
After today, I don't know what's normal anymore.
I'm not ready for bed. There's still stuff to do.
There's someone waiting for you in the back alley. Anyways, it's just through that door over there.
That Malcolm is a madman, but at least he pays well. And with you working the guard shed, I'm pulling in 2 salaries. Your milk is on me.
Hey, we have extra of the daily special today. Eggs and oil and lemon. Do you and your dad want to take it?
No, we're not gonna take it.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my...
Aha! There she is, the brilliant little half-pint running the... I trust you refused entry to the envoy from the Marvog Empire like we talked about? If you did, I have the gold I promised you right here.
No, I totally let them in.
What? Why? I thought we had a deal.
No, you thought you could bribe a guardian of the Free Peoples of the Sprawl, which is a very serious offense.
Please forgive me, incorruptible and honest steward of the kingdom. I beg you, forgive.
All right, stop groveling. Now don't let me catch you around here again, you hear?
I hear. You are truly worthy and filled with honesty from the core. You have an air of trust within us that permeates.
Thank you. Goodbye.
It's broken. If you can find someone to fix it, be my guest.
I'm not ready for bed. I don't really have anywhere to be.
That Malcolm is a madman.
Maybe one day you can cover for me, here at the bar.
This hat...
You are truly worthy and...
Thank you. Goodbye.
Lil, you came. Welcome to Garby Bunches and Emporium of Wonder. You're my very first customer. I was actually inspired by watching you alternately help and hinder folks at the gate yesterday. And I thought, Garby, there must be an... So I met a mage who's got a magic crystal hookup, and now I'm selling... If you've got the cash, I can sell you extra power crystals. Both the good kind and the cheap roll the dice and see what happens kind, as well as power-ups for all of your tools. It's pricey, but the more crystals you can load. Finally, if you need cash, you can sell me anything you might have taken off of unsuspecting suckers. Here, take a look.
think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay? Quiet, you.